Whew. Hi everybody, I'm that girl Goddess. We had a winter freeze alert last night. This is the second one, and then from there we're going back. Later on today, it's supposed to be like at the high 50s, like 58. And I put a little Vaseline on my face because up north that's what we do to help battle the cold. I'm not really cold. I just was driving with my heat on, and I just parked at the lake. And honestly, what's going on with my eyeball? Nothing. Last summer I tanned real deep, and I'm losing my tan in patches. I just gotta exfoliate better. And I don't know. The weather's crazy right now all over America, but I thank God that I don't have the bitter freezing cold and the blizzard snow. My children have it, the ones that stay in Michigan. And they used to the cold. We used to weather like that. So it don't really phase us. I brought my dog in, took him out this morning. He was acting crazy like he was acting yesterday because he feels like, and he's a bully. Um, he just feels like, I don't know. I think he feels like he a husky or somebody because he loved the snow. He loved being cold. And I brought him in because freezing temperatures is freezing temperatures. He's not the type of dog that can endure temperatures like that. But my dog is spoiled. He's determined. He'll stand there and be trembling. He be so cold. And he don't want to come in the house, but I make him. So I made him last night, and he got to the point at a certain point, he just started, crying at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I wasn't going outside to I wasn't going outside to bring him to take him out or anything. He just had to endure to this morning. So around 8, no, it was around 7:30 this morning. I took him out. He just got to endure it. That's what us mamas do. We take care of our babies. He was mad, and he'll get past that. That's all I can say about it. But I want to talk about animals because people don't understand that a lot of times when we in relationships or we under spiritual warfare, our pets are under spiritual warfare and they can pick up on it. And when you got dogs and stuff like that, when they love you, they intercede for you as well. And I know a lot of people don't understand that because my dog warns me when people come up my walk if their spirit is not right. If they spirit and it don't fail, if it's demonic, my dogs is barking. Okay? If he's at peace and you okay and you're not coming to bring harm, my dog will instantly pick that up and he will let me know. And I can literally go ask my dog sometime. I said, they okay? And he'll shake his head no, if they're not. You know? And I have to give props. I thank God for that dog. And I had several dogs was like that. But I pray over my dogs, lay hands on them, praying in tongues, and he my baby. He was the runt. He wasn't supposed to live, but he outlived all his brothers and sisters, and he wasn't even 1/3 of their size. But he is a great dog. He speaks 3 different languages, and he's very obedient. Sometimes when he playing with me and I tell him to sit down in another language, he try to ignore me. And then I have to give him a look and then he'll sit down. But for the most part, if he's like, if he can take his chain off. He'll take his chain off and just sit on the front porch. He won't bother nobody. No, he's well trained. He won't leave the front porch unless I give him permission if he take the chain off. Only time he take the chain off is I'm away from home, he outside, and it starts pouring down raining, and the rain is getting in his house. Then he gonna take the chain off and sit on the front porch. I have a huge front porch. He'll go to the side where I have his cage. He won't go into the cage. He'll that's the outside cage that's on the front porch. He won't go into the cage, and I have a closed in porch. Nobody can see him, and he won't bother nobody. So when the mailman come, even if he stand up and look at the mailman already knows he's not gonna bother him. He's just okay. Now he's on his chain, and you get ready. His chain can pull to my walkway, and let's say me and you, if I come outside and I say, okay, I need you to leave. Okay, from that point, he would take that thing off, and he'll stand. He'll come straight to the steps of my front porch, stand in front of me, and he's growling. And if you come closer, I have to command him not to bite you. Okay? But unless he see you hit me, he don't attack first. He react after a reaction from a person who's trying to cause me harm. And it amazes people when they see him because he's so gentle. Little babies can walk up and put food in his mouth, and he'll just sit there. He's very well trained. I used to be a breeder for large dogs like mastiffs, and I haven't had a cane course, so that's my desire. But I'm good with large dogs, protective dogs of many different breeds. And it just amazes me. He don't want to adapt to Georgia weather, but it'll be all right. So, but God showed me that dogs are protective, and they can peer into upcoming events and people's motives about you and everything. And they'll let you know, they can read people really, really good. And some dogs, and I tell people, you can buy an evil dog. People don't believe me, but I be like, no, it's people who do rituals over their animals, even breeders. And you get that animal, and that animal is full of demons. And that animal is crazy. They have hell dogs. Okay, so I'm going to tell everybody, be careful where you even go to buy a dog. Okay, because you can have a lot of issues that's insane. And that dog, when it's evil, it will do things like attack somebody. You have to have put down. You may go to jail. You have to watch what kind of dogs you get. And some dogs, you be just thinking they slow, and they're not slow. Their breeder, they can have the spirit of their breeder, and some of them will put their spirit inside of the dog and monitor you. It's so crazy. We live in a day and age where monitoring spirits are so prevalent and normalized. And some people think it's cute, which is not. And yes, you can break them spirits off. And yes, you can break that monitoring spirit and shut down that monitoring eye through that animal and cast that spirit out. Especially people that's like Jamaican and Haitian and African, they're good about making spirit animals. People from Louisiana, we know witches and warlocks, of course, all from all over. But I'm just mentioning a few areas. So when you go to buy dogs from people and they breeding them, and if they're from certain islands and stuff, you have to be mindful and pray and ask God to show you. Because where I got my dog, when he breeds, but when you're a Christian, he really pray over the dogs and the mama and different things like that. But then he got another set of dogs, and I don't know what his purpose is, but they don't be quite right. But he's always done me good. I don't get off into other people's matters. I mind my business. And that's one of the best features of me, if you ask me. I tell a lot of people, because you can meet people at church and they be like, pray for me. And you can see certain things on them, but you can't fight or intercede for them because Their immaturity in the spirit will cause them to start fighting you. The enemy can play games with them, and timing, even when you're doing a deliverance or intercession for someone, is very important because it can get dangerous. That's why a lot of churches, pastors don't have deliverance ministries. And them spirits can come out and chase you and they will fight you. The devil don't just let you have it, you know. And you can say, I command in this name. He look for every open door in your past, what you need to atone for, what affects you, what triggers you, what makes you fall. So you have to be very mindful about some things. Because I operate in a lot of deliverance ministry and was trained in spiritual warfare, and I trained a lot of pastors and different things, and a lot of people, since I moved to Georgia, I told people I was in a car accident and messed up a lot of vertebrae in my back. I went through amnesia, paralysis. I had a stroke, had cancer. God brought me through all of it. To God be the glory. And when you go through something like amnesia, people don't understand. I'm going to make a separate video. And you lose memory. You can lose partial memory or all. If you went to college for something, you lost all memory. And it has to be built up. Sometimes it comes back. Just depends on the damage that was caused to your body. Sometimes you'll get partial. But you're authorized, you are still able to go to work as long as you can think and understand. You can hold a job. But if you was a doctor, you need to evaluate your things, go through your books, your process, and make sure you're ready. And that's a step I had to go through. And I got about, I don't know how much memory hasn't came back, but I'm functional. I go to work. I understand, but that's for another day. But the main portion of this video was to be mindful where you buy your animals, because spirit animals are real. And I mean, when I say they monitor your house, they will let them people know who sent them if you leave and go somewhere, so they can even set up your home to break in. Okay, when the pet enters your home, if they're not outdoor, you'll feel all the heaviness of those spirits that they put into them pets in your home, and they can be unleashed and attack you. You have to be covered, know how to cover yourself. If you out here fornicating, you can open up doors of whoop butt on your behind. You got to know and always try to teach people how to cover themselves. But people, they don't want to listen. They just think, oh, I don't believe in marriage. Well, baby, if you want to close a lot of spiritual demonic doors, you're going to believe in marriage. Because fornication can be a direct portal to Satan himself. Don't let your emotions lead you into disobedience because things are pure right. The enemy comes with a smile on his face. People come in, you be intimate with them, you can break up. Man, that person can hold on to you in the spirit realm for 7 years if you don't denounce and break them ties. And it's hard to break soul ties if you keep opening up doors. You don't know who other person that you're involved with on an intimate level is involved with. But I don't want to get off into spiritual warfare. I just want to, just talk to y'all a little bit. I've been planting word and stuff as God been telling me and putting the little lessons. But I'm going to focus more so on how I deliver the message, because going through this transition, and a lot of people don't understand the condition that I was in, because your vertebrae control certain areas of your body, your motor skills, everything is affected. And it was up my neck, and they don't understand about main nerves, neurology system that be affected when you go through certain tragedies and traumas of the body. But they be calling it the devil and it's physicals, but the devil can do stuff too. I look at people, depends on level of that demonic abiding presence of Satan on a person or demon, trust me, they don't have to be intimate with you under a demonic attack. You look up overnight and you can have cancer. I watched my sister. She was 9 years old. She sold her soul. She went, I don't know where she got the ritual from, but that was her family. That's what they did. And when I say the next day she lost a kidney, she had to wake up and they took her to the hospital. She lost a kidney overnight. Okay. So I just want to be mindful about that and talk to people about that and tell you, one, be mindful of the animals you get and where you buy them. Let the Spirit of God guide you. I don't recommend babes get the casting off stuff. You have to be skillful in the word, and babes are not skillful in the word of God. You earn your rank through your faithfulness and obedience through God. So people pay a high price for anointings. They don't just come. Okay? And that's the end of this video. I'm that girl Goddess. Like, share, and subscribe just to bring some extra knowledge. Bye.